though too. So there's really nothing new to report with that, aside from the fact that Joss Whedon is talking about how he's very, very doubtful about him coming back for Infinity War. Guy's burnt out or whatever. And he has every reason to be. I think this movie, he's put his heart and soul into this. He said almost in an interview that he's like in the mindset of he's just been really working on Ultron and just saying, he's in the mindset of just saying like he's out to get the Avengers, pretty much point out. And that's actually Whedon saying that himself. He's like, I just want them to just crush the Avengers or whatever. So, I'm banking on this movie. I mean, I'm really hoping that,
we shall see.
We shall see anyway. Star Wars spinoff hired a new writer this past week. It's the writer from The Golden Compass. I don't know. It's one of the spinoffs anyway. But some good news about the Star Wars universe also. Star Wars 8 and 9 release dates are now confirmed. This just came out. Star Wars Episode 8 will be coming out in 2017, and they'll finish the trilogy with Star Wars Episode 9 in 2019. Who would have thought we would say that? As I wrap this up here, a couple more things that we do have to talk about. The Ted 2 trailer. Anybody get to see that? Yes. This was my favorite part, just when they released the poster. Ted is coming again. I thought it was good. The trailer, first of all, I want to know where Mila Kunis went. That's what I want to know. Mila Kunis. But they replaced her with Amanda Seyfried and Morgan Freeman in there too. So,
it's a win-win.
Yeah. In other words, that kicks off with Flash Gordon marrying Ted, which was, to the chick from last time that he was banging in the store.
Tammy Lynn?
Yeah. And, now what they're trying to do is it's going to turn into like kind of a legal situation where he's really not like a human being per se or whatever. Morgan Freeman's going to end up representing him, and they're trying to have kids in there. So Mark Wahlberg starts off having to go into a sperm bank. He's like, what are you doing, man? I'm just getting warmed up, And then he trips, and then Ted passes him some kind of like, we'll call it sample or whatever, when they're in the bank. And then all of a sudden, the whole
whole wall of filled specimens all
over him or whatever. So
it's in my eye! Oh my god!
What are you doing?
Hold on, I got to take a picture of this on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ooh Mondays. Grr.
So it's the same kind of Ted humor. A lot of people, while you guys liked A Million Ways to Die in the West, a lot of people didn't like it. They say it was kind of a disappointment. So this might be the one where he has to redeem himself yet again. So we'll see what happens with that. Another trailer that did surface, like I said, Super Bowl trailers are coming out. Terminator Genesis trailer came out. Still not sold on this one, guys. I got to tell you, the idea of another Terminator movie, anything that's not involving James Cameron, count me out. I'm sorry to say that. While they're going back to more of like the roots of Terminator 1, when, Kyle Reese was sent back to Sarah Connor, in 1984, and then kind of history is changing in a way or whatever. And then altered. Like Arnold was there already. And it's just like, really?
Where are you going with this?
I don't know. I think it's just kind of like
this might be a reboot that should have been taken out and beaten.
Yeah.
I just don't have a good feeling about it. I really don't. Some trailers to look out for: Tomorrowland SuperBowl spot. That's the one with George Clooney. While it is based on the Walt Disney theme park part of the same name, it's actually directed by Brad Bird, who did Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, The Incredibles. He also helped write it along with Damon Lindelof. For those of you who are Lost fans and even Prometheus or whatever, put their minds together. We'll see what happens anyway. Another trailer, this coming out of Sundance Film Festival. Are you guys fan of Eli Roth by any chance?
He's the guy who did he did Hostel, right?
Yes, he did Hostel.
He
did
all those things.
Didn't see any of them. I just remember them as and
torture porn.
No, I was thinking Glorious Bastards. Come on, what was he in there?
Oh yeah. He was the bear, the Jewish bear. What was it? The Jew bear.
That was the bear in you.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, it's a Jew bear.
Yeah, he's a Jew bear in there. Yeah. Well, he's also a director. He's going to be directing a little movie called Knock Knock. Now, laugh at the name while you will, but it stars Keanu Reeves, fresh off John Wick, and pretty much he's a successful guy in there. He's married. He's got a really nice house. He's got a couple kids. His wife and kids are out of town for some reason or whatever. Two hotties knock at his door. Knock, knock. And, he ends up having a threesome with them, possibly, from what the little tiny teaser gave away. And then it all goes to hell, more of a kind of thriller / horror in a way, if you want to call it. It's interesting.
Their boyfriend shows up.
Yeah. Jurassic
Him shows up.
Something. I mean, I like Keanu Reeves. I just want him to do some good movies and get his credibility back. No more 47 Ronins, please.
Bill and Ted 3's on the horizon.
Yeah. Jurassic World. The new dinosaur was revealed. We'll try to post this. It's Indominus Rex or whatever. I don't know. One of those crossover things.
Yeah.
Damn genetics. Couple other things real quick. Independence Day is offering a role because Will Smith's not going to be doing anything. They're offering it to Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but Bill Pullman and Jeff Goldblum are still supposed to be coming back.
Jeff Goldblum is all set. We're good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I needed work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, he did work in the Grand Budapest Hotel, which is nominated for some Oscars, just saying.
I still haven't been able to bring myself to watch that from what I've heard about
I'll do the dirty work for you. I'll watch it. Okay, I'll leave you guys with this. So, we're all Indiana Jones fans here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While I wasn't a fan of Crystal Skull, it was cool to see.
I don't think anybody was.
It was cool to see Harrison Ford come back one more time anyway.
Correct.
Now, would you want him to come back to this day?
Modern day time or another film?
Just one more Indiana Jones film.
Unless it's in a motorized wheelchair, no.
You're probably not going to have to worry about that, okay? Now, mind you, Disney owns the rights to this, okay?
Need to say more.
Yeah. You probably see where I'm going with this, though. Who would...
While you're doing one film, why don't you do this other one here we got lined up, too?
Yeah, all right. It's no secret that studios like to use the talent they've already been working with.
Already got it. You got the license.
So when the announcement came that they might hire Chris Pratt, who was also in a Disney / Marvel movie, playing Star-Lord to be the new Indiana Jones?
I could see it.
A younger one or just a different one?
I give it the whammy.
Okay.
And here's why. First of all, we need to see Chris Pratt. We saw Chris Pratt as the real Chris Pratt when we were seeing him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
We don't know what
that's really
else
him.
He can really
My worry
do.
with going into even Jurassic World is that I kind of laughed at that part when he was trying to be serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone did. Everyone's like, wait a minute, really?
Yeah. And Indiana Jones had comedy to it, but it also had,
serious.
It had a serious tone to it when it had to. I picture more the Bradley Cooper. Right now, a lot of people are saying either Bradley Cooper or Chris Pratt. I would rather see Bradley Cooper. I think that would be more interesting to see that. Chris Pratt, I don't know. I mean, only seeing the one movie of his right now, I just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know how far his I guess his resume will stretch.
And the thing is, if he's going to be he's already in 2 franchises right now. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy in the MCU universe, and he's going to be in Jurassic World. If that ends up kicking off, then you might have a whole new trilogy in there too. So how is he going to find the time to do this? I mean,
you're locked into one. That could be
but it's just more. Could he play the role of Dr. Jones? I don't know. I still say go back and do young Indiana Jones.
Bring that back.
Give me the Chronicles, why not?
God.
You won't have probably Lucas involved. My question is, are you going to have Steven Spielberg involved?
You'll have Steven Spielberg's team involved. You won't have him.
Yeah. It'll say executive producer Steven Spielberg, which we happen to see on Transformers movies. And we all know how that ended. So,
yep.
Yeah. So recommendations for the week, boys. Go for it.
Recently out this week was Dying Light, the not zombie-filled open world parkour game, especially.
I bought it today, actually.
Actually, apparently really good from what I understand. I was actually very skeptical, especially because of being Techland and the guys who made Dead Island game. I personally was not really a big fan of Dead Island, but they look to change this around by adding in a lot of other elements from other games. Kind of like think Dead Island mixed with Far Cry is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, kind of had like that with that parkour, that Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge too is what everybody's been saying. So it's a lot of amalgamation of different games put together, but apparently pretty solid. Though if you are playing on the PC, do realize there's some performance issues out there. Apparently has to do especially with the view distance slider on there. If you have it set very high, for some reason that kills your frame rate. If you set it to really low but still have all the settings up to really high, you're still good. So there may be some bottlenecking going on right there in data, but just keep an eye on that, but still pretty good. Also, I do want to throw out there, because I'm trying to kill off the last of the beer that's in my fridge, and finally got around to trying this out. Terrapin beer out of Athens, Georgia. Holy Jesus, I did not expect to be really good. Two really good ones to try out of them. Their IPA is actually surprisingly good. Their black IPA, I was surprised. Their pale ale rye, really good to do as well. And I know you'll like this, Brian. I think it's called something Bliss, but it's their peanut butter and chocolate porter.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is exactly...
Take my money.
Their take on the sweet baby Jesus.
Basically, put those things up to, and yeah, it's a battle. So yeah, Dying Light out, Terrapin beer. So yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
Thank you.
Always good for Fry. Music World, the band who I haven't picked up since HFS was still HFS. Chevelle's new album, La Gorgola, which for you Spanish-speaking people...
Say what?
The Gargoyles.
Okay.
From start to finish, it's been one hell of a good listen in and out of the car. So go snack that up.
Okay. Really nothing right now. I would say this is the best time to catch up for anybody who is watching or interested in the Oscar movies. Now's the best time right now. A lot of movie theaters do packages where you can go see all the Oscar movies in either one day, a couple day span, or even a 3-day span. The only interesting one that I think is going to be out there right now is The Loft, and this one has Carl Urban from Star Trek, Dredd, and James Marsden, who was also in the original X-Men as Cyclops in there. So they're starring in this tense psychological thriller. The story gives 5 guys who conspire to secretly share a penthouse loft in the city, and they bring chicks back, and then all of a sudden one ends up being murdered randomly. They got to find out who did it, and
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it looks interesting. I don't know. The movie I think was made over a year ago. It's kind of been sitting on the shelves, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So, in the meantime, boys and girls, for those lovely ladies who do listen to us, check us out at thebanteringbohs.com. There you will find links to Facebook, facebook.com/thebanteringbohs, Twitter at banteringbohs, Facebook, Instagram. I'm so tired right now.
The pictures better be up.
We have a lot of social media stuff.
We have a lot of
Check them all out.
Facebook,
The Bantering Bohs.
Twitter, and Instagram. Listen to our new shows. JR is going to have a few articles up there. I might even write a new one. Why not? Yep. We can do our banter about the Super Bowl. Why not? Anyway, guys. Everyone, thanks for listening as always. Make sure you leave us that 5-star review on iTunes. Let us know how we're doing. Everybody have a great week.
You too, sir.
You too as well.
And we will check you next time. Peace out.
Here you go.
Deuces.